Shelby. Hey.
I brought the kids up to Washington from California, the Bay Area, and shared a house with my lifelong best friend. One day we were planning a housewarming party, and we all agreed that the girls would go play on the farm for the day while my girlfriend went to work and I went and gathered things for the party. She told me she had given the girls permission to ride an ATV. I didn't want Shelby riding the ATV. She'd never been on one before. That's something I wanted to experience with her as a mother, you know, a parent. Something just hit me inside and told me, go home. Go gather up your kids and go home. And my older brother come running out telling me, get back in the car. We just got a call. My mom wouldn't let me drive. She got in her car and made me get in her car and took me to the scene of the accident. A police officer walked up to me and put his arms around me and told me he was sorry my daughter was being airlifted with no pulse and had been down for approximately 15 to 20 minutes, stuck underneath the ATV that had just flipped on top of her.
So not this morning.
She's still looking at that.
I know. She's looking at you like that, Dad, not me. Bye, sugar. We'll see you cats later.
See you this afternoon.
The vehicle, the girls were riding it. There was a 13-year-old driving it.
She was 11 at the time.
11-year-old driving it at the time, excuse me, yes. And a 6-year-old in between with Shelby on the back. We don't know exactly what way it happened, but we do know that it did flip back. Her body actually sunk into the ground from the weight of the ATV until there was no more give. But because of her being so small is what actually saved her life. They told us 3 or 4 times that she wouldn't make it through the night. To have our last prayer with her, to go on with our lives without her, like we could just shut her out, act like we never had her. There was no way of telling it was her physically. Her face was bloated out. She had a rash covering her from her head to toes from the oxygen being cut off. She was hooked up to 17 different strands of IVs and tubes.
Yeah.
Where's her G2
I
pack?
just took it off so she would eat it.
We get up in the morning giving meds, making meds. We have to bathe her, dress her, brush her teeth, do her hair, get her in her wheelchair, maneuver her to school. Then it's doing physical therapy, mental therapy, vocal therapy constantly with her, teaching her everything over again like you would with an infant.
Down. Come back up. Are you ready?
Ready.
Do you want to stand up? 1. 1, right? 2.
2.
On 3. 3. Let's go. I'm getting up.
Come on.
Get up.
There you go. Good job.
$260,000. First 18 days alone. And in the first year, over $400,000, and the manufacturers have paid nothing, not a dime. There's been several times that you turn around and you ask yourself, how are we going to make it through tomorrow, going through this? But you just do it because you have to.
But she feels bloated.
She can't communicate it out the same way that she used to. She's learning to communicate it out. Slowly, 7 years later, we've seen more brain growth with her this last year than we have seen in the last 7 years. It took the life that we knew. It took the life that she knew. It took the life that everyone around us knew. We lost friends because they can't deal with it. We've lost family because they can't deal with it. They can't see and face the facts of what happened to Shelby and deal with her pain and suffering. So they just void themselves from our lives like she never existed.